great group. Thank y'all for being here. And when Matt was talking, I started to go ahead and say that the state that's doing it the best is South Carolina, which is the obvious. I represent the 5th District. I took over Mick Mulvaney's seat, and glad to see my old not deskmate, but classmate, Nathan Ballantyne, who came in with me in 2005 when Nikki Haley came in, and does a great job for promoting business. I will tell you, this is a great topic for me, and one that I get excited about talking about, because my background, I'm a real estate developer. I recruit businesses. We are builders. And what better way to attract a company to any state, South Carolina, Texas, Florida, you name it, than to say, you can come to my state and this is how I can cut your operating cost. The sun shines on all of us. The sun is something that we can take advantage of and use it in a positive way. And I was interested in some of the questions that were posed about the challenges we face. The NRC, Matt's exactly right. You change commission seats. Nathan and I fought. We've got a PSC commission that we tried to get new blood in, because we've got so many opportunities, and you'll never hear this, but the states that are losing population, California, Illinois, New Jersey, are those states that haven't kept up with ways to attract business. Their answer is higher tax rates. Folks, it doesn't work like that in the private sector, and that's been so frustrating for me in Washington, D.C., because you've got examples of people who think that the Green New Deal is an attractive measure to adopt, when it's just adding 1,000 pages to the Federal Registry. That's not the way to do it. That's not how this country was built. And in South Carolina, I'm excited to talk about what we're doing. I'm excited to talk about the opportunities that we have. And this is not Democrat, Republican. This is American. And that's what I would tell you, to keep doing what you're doing and to promote it. We're the voice. We're the voice for those, particularly those of us who have been in the trenches in the business community. Nathan and I have lost money. We made money. And in Washington, it seems to be a kind of a cocoon of, we've got all the ideas. No, it's states. The federal government plays a role, but it's not to control everything. It's not to add 1,000 pages to the Federal Registry. And as the author of the Green New Deal says, how are you going to pay for this $93 trillion? Well, we just are. Nathan, what would, if I just went to your bank and said, I want to borrow X dollars for a house, and if you asked me how I was going to pay for it, I just am. Well, it goes deeper than that. When I got here, I helped found the Solar Caucus with another Democrat, because it just makes sense, folks. It just makes sense to pursue. Education is a big part of this. So many people, Matt mentioned photovoltaic. A lot of people just don't know what that is, and I didn't either until I started getting into it. But we've got such an opportunity in our Solar Caucus. We look at issues that come up. I've had manufacturers that produce solar panels, as an example. My question to them are, what new advances can you let us use to go out and recruit businesses? What dollar amount can I tell them I'm saving them? It creates jobs. It's power for homes. And let me read you let me brag on South Carolina for a minute. We had 17,026 installations of solar power. It's capable of producing 662.37 megawatts. That's enough power for 77,244 homes. We've got almost 3,000 solar jobs now, employed over 80 solar companies. We've had solar energy pricing dropping 47% over the last 5 years. All that is, folks, is having the innovation that's coming and being able to explain it. And they've had so many improvements, and that's why the drop is. Tom Davis and Nathan have been leaders in this. They know that the best solutions are local. It is not national. And the South Carolina Energy Freedom Act is a real example of something that means so much to our state and something that actually works. It's not a pie in the sky type thing. The Freedom Energy Act, it'll save jobs. It'll encourage competition. Competition. It includes all forms of energy. It cuts down red tape. The Green New Deal that Matt was talking about, AOC has mentioned $93 trillion. It cripples it cripples the whole cause by the bank of regulations. It'll eliminate the clean energy alternatives like nuclear, which is over 50% in South Carolina. It'll tear down the cities that are really trying to promote the worth of energy efficient housing. It'll ground every airplane in this country if implemented. It will end cow flatulence and with a nationwide bovine genocide, but whatever that's worth. But whatever I tell businesses, I say, come to South Carolina. And each of you in all the different states need to say the same thing. The other part of this that I would say that we need to make sure we sell is for every clean energy job that I create, for every industry that we're able to entice to come to our state because of low taxes and low cost of doing business. That's more pay for that teacher in that classroom. That's more pay for that policeman. That's more pay for that first responder. And folks, need I say more? And I'm excited about the future. I encourage each one of you to use your voice through what you're doing here today. This president has made it a priority. We can go to him on anything if there's a regulation, whether it's energy related or not. You can go to him, and if it makes sense, he will, through an executive order, will cut it. He's a business guy, and that's the approach we all have to use because we're all in a business in one fashion or form. Help me raise the awareness of what we can do jointly. Help me raise the awareness that, again, this cannot be we cannot have differences with a Republican and Democrat. We're all together on this. And the sun comes up every day, and I want to take advantage of it.